Good evening, Wizards Nation. We just beat the Pistons 126 to 117. We beat the Pistons even though we blatantly tanked. Didn't play our starters the entire fourth quarter. The starters barely even played in the third quarter. And we still beat the Pistons. Hey, I'm happy for the Young Bucks. I'm happy for the Young Bucks on our squad. Will Riley's been balling. But if you got to be mad at anybody tonight, it's the Pistons. I don't think you have... We did what was necessary to lose the game. The Pistons. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk to this right now. I'm going to talk that ish right now. Am I supposed to be scared of this team next year? I'm talking to this right now. Am I supposed to be scared of this team next year? With regarding AD and fucking Trae Young in the fray. I don't know. I think you can't be mad at the Wizards, dude. We tried our best to tank. Granted, fucking Bilal Coulibaly wants to shoot one from the heavens and banks it in. Sharif Cooper damn near looking like Trae Young out there tonight. You know what I mean? The Vooch looking deadly. I'm just like, Coach Keefe. Shout out to Coach Keefe. Coach Keefe is understanding the message. Let's see what people are saying. I really don't know what to say. What the hell Tank was supposed to be on? I know, dude. I know. I am with you guys all the way. But you know what? Will Riley has been balling out, showing out. Sharif Cooper. This man looking like Muggsy Bogues out there, dude. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But again, I feel like you can't be mad at the Wizards. We're trying our best. I'm frustrated. I'm not going to lie. I'm frustrated. Matt, you're right. We suck at tanking. But, like, you know what I mean? We did not play our starters the entire second pretty much the entire second half. Fourth quarter, they did not play. Champagnie barely saw the court. We played without Trey Johnson tonight, who I'm pretty sure might even be healthy to play tonight. But we played without Trey Johnson. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's just the Pistons. It's the Pistons. It's just the Pistons. This team could not beat our second stringers, even our third. They cannot beat Sharif Cooper. This team, who's number one in the East. I'm going to say it one more time, dude. I think it's on the Pistons. It's the same thing about the Kings. We tried our best to tank against the Kings. They suck ass. The Pistons, I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Like, wait, who do they have around? Like, loud. It is what it is. The positives, though, Champagnie was dominant in the first half. I mean, dominant. Looked like the best player out there at times. You know what I mean? Will Riley tonight. Man had 20 points. 2 of 5 from the three. Again, this man's been stroking it from the three, boy. He's been crazy lately. Shout out to Will Riley, a plus 13. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 20 points. We got ourselves one. He is growing right before our eyes, y'all. You know what I mean? Jameer Watkins, fairly solid defense all tonight. 2 stocks, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. But look at the starters, dude. Look at this is all you need to see. This is all you need to see. 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 18 minutes, 22 minutes. They played Bilal Coulibaly with the bench because I'm assuming they want to see him continue to progress, continue to develop. All the dudes played 22 minutes. Like, Coach Keefe understood the assignment. This is on the Pistons. And I'm sorry, but Sharif Cooper's a dog. Never mind the size. This man is fierce, but when he chucked it up from half court pretty much and made it at the end of the third quarter, I was just like, no. This is a call, a sign. A sign from the heavens saying that we're going to win this game. Let's see what people are saying right here. Yo, my brother in Wow game wants Be Cool throw up that circus shot. Bucket. Yeah, I knew it. 34 minutes for Reef is crazy. That's what I'm telling you guys, dude. I think the question might be, are some of these dudes on the bench too good for the tank? The Vooch, 14 points, 3 of 4 from the 3. This man was balling out there offensively. 14 points in 11 minutes. Anthony Gill. I saw a pick and roll with Anthony Gill and Sharif Cooper out there wrecking the Pistons' so-called terrifying defense. I'm worried about our bench beating a team like the Nets and Pacers. Oh, no. With the way things are going, we're going to beat the Nets. We're going to beat the Nets. You know what I mean? Like, with the way things going, it's crazy. Av class, I'm with you. I'm happy, but, like, the bench squad got to chill, man. They're out here gunning like their lives are on the line. I was like, hey, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but Sharif Cooper might not even be here next year. Hey, man, again, I don't know. I'm saying one last time, dude. We understood the assignment. We executed. Starters did not play fourth quarter, barely played second half, and we still beat them. We still outscored this team. I want to say sorry team. I think they deserve that tag for tonight. So, yes, we beat this sorry team. Granted, they're the Pistons and they're number 1 in the East. I know. But tonight, they should be shameful. Shameful that we beat them. We outscored them in the third quarter. 39-32 with predominantly our bench. I understand games like in the first quarter, we come out, we ball out with our starters who have all nice potential, all-star potential. But as the game progresses, we saw second quarter, they outscored us by 9 points. There is no excuse for the Pistons to come out in the third quarter flat. No excuse, dude. No excuse for them. No excuse. No excuse. We beat them with the bench mob base. Yeah, I agree. We just, but again, I'm not too. I don't know, man. Can't be mad at they understood the assignment. And Coach Keefe is in a really tough position. Because put yourself in his shoes. He's trying to obviously progress, continue the development of this team, but at the same time, he's being held back, had his hands tied behind his back, and the assignment is to lose every single game. It's really you gotta feel for Coach Keefe, man. The CP Wolf says Keefe gotta sub himself in. Man says, shut the fuck up talking about sorry team. Hey, man, I'm just in my feelings right now. I'm sorry. The Pistons are the best team in the East. They surely as hell did not look like it tonight. They also missed out on Jalen Duren in the second half. He went out with an injury. But still, even with that, they still should have beat us. Still. Easily. The fact that we barely... Oh, man. If I'm a Pistons player, I saw Cade Cunningham and Anthony Gill, that hard foul that Anthony Gill had on him. If I'm a Pistons player tonight, I'm walking with my head down. I was like, damn, we really lost to these guys. Let's see here. Keefe got to sub himself in. Says, yeah. Aldo says we won. No, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this dude is a Pistons fan, but Wizards fans, we know this. We know what the task is at hand. Granted, I will admit, Crick, I was rooting for the Pistons to destroy us. Yeah, I will admit. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh shit, let me pull this up. Because the Tankathon, I feel like it's kind of also hard to evaluate this game when pretty much the second half just was thrown away. The starters barely played. I guess the only thing you can evaluate is the Young Bucks, Will Riley, Jameer Watkins, primarily those two dudes. But let's go to the tank real quick. Because I know all y'all are thinking about this right now. So now we are at 5th. We pretty much didn't change. Nothing changed even with this dub. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. We're still 5th. But these teams right now, these teams, the Jazz, the Mavericks, and the Grizzlies, and also the Bucks as well, I'm rooting for these teams just as much as I am for the top 4 worst records. The Nets, Pacers, Pelicans, Kings. I'm rooting for those teams just as much to win because you want them to get distance from us as well. The Jazz are in a weird spot. They just got Jaren Jackson. Are they like saying F it to the tank? Are they really saying F it to the tank? The Pacers just got Zubac. I know he's injured right now, but we also that trade with the pick protection. The pick is pick 1 through 4, and then it's gonna stay with the Pacers, and then 10 through 30 it's gonna stay with the Pacers. But they're rolling the dice. So a lot of people are saying the Pacers have all the incentive to lose. I hear you, and I understand you. I get you, but at the same time, in my head, I'm just like, or maybe are they like? Could they be like, oh fuck it, let's just win some games and let's be in a 10 to 30 range instead? Like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. It's like a weird. The Pacers are in a weird situation. You know what I mean? The Pelicans have no incentive to tank because their picks go into the Hawks. So I mean, I'm praying that they go on a winning streak soon. My cousin's here. Hey, Mark, man, I'm going through it right now. I'm happy for my team. I hate being in a situation. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I love the progress that I'm seeing from Will Riley, especially Jameer Watkins. I love seeing the Will Riley lately, the past couple of games. Dude, this man's been balling. 20 points, 17 points, 18 points, 13 points. You know what I mean? Past 3 games, I'm shooting 46% from the 3. 46%. No, even include the past 4 games. He's been going crazy. Look at this progress, y'all. I love seeing that. You want to see progress in a tanking season, and you want to see those competitive L's. So, we see Jameer Watkins becoming that defensive playmaker. But at the same time, in my opinion, it's just tough, man. I hate being in this situation, rooting for my team to lose while seeing my young bucks show progress. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, man. Like, oh my God. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I know I can tell people are frustrated in the chat as well. Rudy says, I don't think we continue to win games with these lineups, to be honest. We caught the Pistons sleeping for real. I agree with you, but I don't know about that, dude. Like, I think, like, hopefully we lose to the Nets. Hopefully we play the Nets this week, but I'm just like, I'm starting to question, and I'm not overthinking this, but I'm starting to question, is our bench mob too good for the tank? I mean, this is the second time in a row we've seen it. The game against the Kings, and then this game. Like the Kings game, we probably brushed it off because it's the Kings. But this game, the Pistons were, they had their core players. I know some of them were still out, but still, I think it's time to question. I don't know. It's weird. William Riley is different. Yeah, dude. I'm super happy for Will Riley, man. We just got smoked by the Lakers. Relax. Okay, but we also just beat handily the Pistons, who are number 1 in the East. You know what I mean? And with our starters, I haven't even gone to the game yet, but in the first quarter, I'm not overreacting. Like, I still think we're gonna end up with a top 5 worst record. We see it now. Like, we're gonna do whatever it takes. I'm not overreacting that we're gonna finish with the 7th worst record. No. We still got top 5. But at the same time, it does have me wondering if this continues, this pattern continues, if there will be some reshuffling to be done in the bench moving forward regarding the players that we got. It has me thinking. Rudy says, yeah, but it's a one-off. I hear you, man. No, I hear you. But it's not a one-off with the 500 team. I'm just saying, like, if this continues, because honestly, like, the main reason too is I'm really high on our young bucks, especially our starting lineup. Like, look, Bob Carrington, Champagnie, jeez, shout out to Champagnie, 14 points in 15 minutes, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. I believe he had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist in the first quarter. He was dominating, multiple threes in the first quarter. He had a dunk, which I believe was an and one. Champagnie was awesome. Shout out to Champagnie, man. A plus 16. We just came off a 9-game losing streak. Wait a second. We are also 4-6 in the past 10 games. Rudy, I'm with you, dude. I'm not saying I'm overreacting. You're right, but we're also 4-6 in the past 10 games. As a matter of fact, I think in the past 5 games, we're probably 3-2. But again, I think it's that even that I'm gonna say it one last time. We're still gonna end up with a top 5 worst record. We're gonna end up with a top 5 worst record. And at 5th, for those who don't know, we all know this, but pretty much. But you only have a 0.6 chance to land at 9. So even if we get a 5th, even if we get a 6, it's a 4% chance we land at 9. So Marvin's World says, y'all benched at the job tonight. I'm assuming you're a Pistons fans. Marvin, don't go back 10 minutes when I went off on the Pistons in this stream. I'm not mad at my team. It's the Pistons' fault. But anyways, fuck it. I'm not sure if the game's ended already. Oh, look, Utah could beat the Hawks. Look at this. Let me move my fat face. Utah could beat the Hawks, which would be awesome. Again, that would be awesome. Let them gain distance from us. Alan says, F that, I want bottom 3. I hear you, dude. I hear you. Utah can beat the Hawks. Oh, no, the Hawks just made a 3. Fuck. We need the Jazz to win. Look at this. The Nets have been tanking. The Nets have been looking horrible lately. I'm not going to jinx ourselves. We have a big game against the Nets. We need Darren Peterson. I can't take all this zooming. Oh, yeah, I need to zoom out. My bad. Hold on. Let me go back here. Let me get to my notes. Well, actually, no. Let's see this first real quick. The Pistons allowed us to shoot 54% from the field. Sorry, you got to go on with the Pistons, man. The Pistons allowed 54% from the field, 44% from the 3. Shout out to the Young Bucks. Zoom out. Hold on. I don't know how to do that. Oh, okay. There we go. My bad. Let me move this real quick smaller. All right. Let me put this up real quick. There. Yeah, we were crazy efficient, Rudy. I agree. How many? 28 assists. Well, we did have 17 turnovers though, but I mean that's mostly attributed to the all bench lineups. But still, we also led the game 98% of the time. So yeah, this is on the Pistons. Can't be mad at this team. I don't know, I keep on saying the same dumb stuff. Anyways, they did have a lot more free throws than we did, but and they also, the same amount. Like we didn't even play with Alex. We had Gill playing the 4 and 5. Like I saw Coach Keefe sub out the Vooch in the fourth quarter because the Vooch was getting hot. And then he put Gill at the 5. Like, Coach Keefe is doing what needs to be done. It's just, Anyways, I am going to drop a video soon after this stream goes over. Hold on. But let me go over my notes real quick. It's only the first half because in the second half, I'm just like, it is kind of hard to evaluate a game when the second half is just being tossed away. The second half notes is pretty much just on Will Riley and Jameer Watkins. No offense to Cooper, Gill, and the Vooch, but, you know, Shish Kebab says, what the fuck? I thought we were supposed to be tanking. Yeah, dude. It is what it is. Let's see. Did the Jazz win? No, the Jazz didn't win yet. We need the Jazz to win. That would nullify this dub. If the Jazz win, it will make me feel much better. Anyways, F it, I'll start the whole go-go, says Oli Ben. Marvin says, it's still early, but your Wizards just came up, especially if they tank. Hey, man. Marvin, listen out to this, dude. Our starters were Carrington, Coulibaly, Keyshawn George, Champagnie, and Sarr. I'm really intrigued with this lineup moving forward. I'm assuming when Trey Johnson comes back, he's going to be the starter. Carrington, Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Coulibaly, and Sarr is most likely going to be our starting lineup when we're not tanking. So I'm really excited to see those five get some extensive minutes. Rudy, Dirty Bucket, you're doing your great fucking work. Brody, got to give you... Hey, man, I appreciate it, Rudy. I really appreciate it, man. I got a lot to improve on. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be dead honest. I said it earlier, Marvin World. I said that the Pistons are a sorry team. I was in my feelings. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. They're number one in the East for a reason. It was just my emotions came through. But holy hell, tonight, they should be ashamed. You see, this is just a glimpse of me next year when I will be fully, how can I say it, distraught whenever we lose. Because, damn it, I'm competitive. You're becoming the go-to Wizards, my guy. Keep up the great videos. Hey, man, I appreciate it, y'all. I got a lot to work on, but hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to jinx myself, but I know I really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. I'm going to make a video about the channel's future and updates that I have because I keep saying this, like, this is not my community. This is our community. And I like my videos to be conversational style. I give you guys the facts. I give you guys my 2 cents. Most importantly, y'all give me your 2 cents, and we go back and forth. That's how I like this channel to be, because I'm not freaking Brian Windhorst. You know, I'm not Greg Finberg. Greg Finberg's the shit. Greg Finberg knows everything about this team. You know, I do too, but he knows. He's more. I mean, he's in, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I feel like I'm just more of a fan. I'm not a reporter. There you go. I'm just a diehard fan who gets overly emotional when the number 1 seed team in the East beats us. Loses to us handedly. I'm just saying, dude. Not for real. Glad I found this channel. Makes it only being. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it, Av Class. Let's. Will Rally's so tough. Sharif Cooper Jam. Everybody's joining in. Hey, man, let me get to my notes real quick, man, because I'm gonna drop a video in 30 minutes after this stream. We came out hot. 11-2. Alex Sarr was operating the pick and roll. Nice floaters. And then after that, it was the Justin Champagnie show. Marvin's World, Justin Champagnie reminds me of a Detroit Pistons type player, a New York Knicks type player in the 90s, or just a gritty player. He's our Josh Hart, and he was wrecking y'all. This man in the first quarter finished with 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, multiple threes, a dunk and an one on that. You know what I mean? Hustle plays, second chance points, offensive rebounds in the first quarter. Man was dominating. Thank you, Sal Hosiery. He sets the tone. And we got him on a cheap deal. He set the tone for the rest of the game. Is there an argument to be made that Champagnie could become, I guess, like the Josh Hart's like the end? I don't know if he's the engine of the Knicks. He's definitely like the Energizer Bunny. I think Champagnie's going to be like that for us in the future. Even him coming off the bench. He's going to be that guy. And he's only 24 years old. He's only, people forget, like they think he's 27, 26. No, he's 24. He's a baby. He's 2 years older than Keyshawn George. And on top of that, early on in his career, he barely got any run in the NBA. So his game is still developing. He's a young 24 regarding basketball-wise. Let's see here. At the end of the first quarter, we were up 34-21. Again, Champagnie was balling. Alex Sarr finished with 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. You know, in the second quarter, we went on a run, but then the Pistons went on a run towards the end of the half. We were leading at one point 50-31. Champagnie came in, continued wrecking, hit another three. I kept saying, he's too good. He's too good. I don't deserve him. I kept saying right now, I don't deserve Champagnie. He's too good. What the fuck's going on? And then I said right here, I have a note. Say what you want about Sharife Cooper, but this man's a dog. This man's tough as hell. You know what I mean? He's small. He's undersized, but this man has the heart of a lion. So shout out to Sharife Cooper. Shout out to Sharife. Even though you fucked up the tank tonight, he fucked it up royally. But he is balling his ass off. This man is tough as nails. Tough as nails. Shout out to Sharife. Jazz about to lose. Fuck. You're right. And I bet you they're doing the same thing we did. I bet you they didn't even play their starters in the second in the thing. Look, Lauri Markkanen only played 23 minutes. Look at this. Look at this. They had an 8-man rotation. Oh, something with a trade. Keontae George didn't even play. Dude, we got some tanking to do. Now I'm getting back in my feels. Let's see here. And then in the first half, like I said, I stopped taking notes. I stopped taking notes and I started just focusing on this team. We came back, you know, Pistons go on a 23-6 run. They cut it down to 1. You know what I mean? They make it a game. And then in the third quarter, we start pulling away. And in the fourth quarter, the Pistons never recovered. We never played our starters in the fourth quarter, you know, and I was just like, are they really going to do it again? And they did it again against the Kings and then now against the Pistons. This is only the beginning. But, you know, yeah, the signs are there. Like, we were going to, when I saw Bilal Coulibaly, God bless his French soul, bank that 3 from the heavens. Sharife Cooper looking like Trae Young, half-court shot at the end of the third quarter. I saw Anthony Gill and Sharife Cooper operating that pick and roll like it was freaking Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire. And I was just like, no, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The NBA gods decided already. They were going to give us the dub. It's a wrap. I knew it. Oh, loud. Who do you want in a draft after the trade? I want anyone in the top 6. We deserve top 3. But I want anyone in the top 6 because I am going in on Keaton Wagler. Ladies and gentlemen, Keaton Wagler is looking like a freaking all-star. This man reminds me of shades of Steph Curry. But yet Keaton Wagler is 6'6", you know? And then also Kingston Flemings reminds me of Tyrese Maxey with defense. So I'm just like, I wouldn't mind him either. Y'all know I love Caleb Wilson. And then we got the top 3. At this point, I'm just like, give me top 6. And then even if you do get top 7 or 8, you're still in position to land Darius Acuff and Jaden Quaytons. So like, fuck it. Just let me keep my pick. And we got ourselves a player. But holy hell, you know, Locked On Law says, fucking up the tank. I hear you, dude. But you know what, Locked On Law? Like I said in the stream early on, this is mostly on the Pistons. Can't be mad at the Wizards for this. We did everything we can to lose. Everything. And we still won. Everything. We need to lose one of these 2 against the Pacers. I agree, dude. We need to split at least split it half and half, 1-1, because yeah, trade AD back. We don't need him. The trade officially became official, so that's that. Crocswell No Sock says, Will Riley's footwork and concentration under pressure is a breath of fresh air. Yes, indeed. He's an advanced processor, which is what these Will Dawkins looks for in a player. I like Bub bringing the ball up over the last few weeks because that man is crossing half court majority of the time in 3 seconds. Dallas says, AJ, Caleb Wilson, or Boozer. If we get Peterson, it's a wrap for the NBA. Yeah, man. I'm happy if we keep top 5 worst record. I'm going to leave it at that. Top 5. Give me number 5. I don't care. I want top 3 worst record. I just want to keep our pick. I'm not worried. I'm like 95% sure we're going to end up with a top 5 worst record. 95% sure. Because this is just the beginning. We will stoop to even worse low. We will stoop even lower than this. Oh, we will stoop even lower than this. When it comes to tanking. We will do whatever it takes. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex Sarr is gone for a good chunk of March. You know what I mean? Base Maryland says, I'm worried. No, don't be worried, dude. Don't be worried. They're going to fix this up. They're gonna fix this. They're gonna fix this. And going back to this base, most importantly, we're still at 5th. Even with this dub tonight, and the Jazz lost, we're still at 5th. All right? Let's make sure we keep 5th. If we go to 6th, there's still some space between us and the Mavericks and then the Memphis Grizzlies and the Milwaukee Bucks. The 6th has only a 4% chance it falls out of the top 8. But granted, let's just be honest, we should be gunning for top 3 worst record. But if we are at 5th, I'm not mad. I'm fine with it. If anything, this shows us that this team is ready to win now. These young Bucks, our young players, they're ready to win now, dude. You know, our starting players tonight, they're win now players as of next year. Another year, another offseason of developing. Balak Coulibaly, Bob Carrington, Alex R, Keyshawn George, Champagnie. Another offseason for Will Riley, Jameer Watkins, you know what I mean? Trey Johnson. Like, we're ready. We're just gonna. I wish I could sim the rest of this season. You know, like in 2K, you can just sim it. I want to sim it. Because at this point, this is also showing me we're not going to even see our key young players in the second half of the season. Because we will see games like this where it's kind of hard to scout the game when the Young Bucks barely even played. It was mostly dudes who might not even be here next year regarding Anthony Gill, the Vooch, Cooper. Those 3 dudes might not even be here next year, and they pretty much got us this dub. You know? But I'm looking at Will Riley and Jameer Watkins, obviously seeing their development. Will Riley, I'm super excited about him. You know, this man reminds me of Keyshawn George offensively. I think he's already a better ball handler than Keyshawn George, but Keyshawn George he's still improving at that facet, you know. But like in the past 4 games, been shooting 44% from the 3. You know, that's one part that we were a bit worried about in the beginning of the season. Now he's turning it around. Who is to say? I'm tossing this out there. Kid's only 19 years old. Remember when Keyshawn George last year started off really slow from the 3? He was really, really cold. Really, really cold. I believe he shot 32% from the 3 before the trade deadline. After the trade deadline, 36, I think almost 37% from the 3. After the trade deadline. Who's to say Will Riley does the same thing this year? He was horrific. The beginning of the season regarding shooting the 3, catch and shoot 3s, transition pull up 3, everything. Lately has been shooting lights out. So I love seeing that. And I'm happy. Oh my God, I am super happy for Rudy says he's better than Keyshawn George. No. I didn't say he's better. I don't know if you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody else. I didn't say he's better. I said he reminds me of Keyshawn George. offensively. Defensively, no. Defensively, I don't think he'll ever be near Keyshawn George. I did not say he's better than Keyshawn George offense. No. No. Maybe my lisp got in the way, but I believe I said he reminds me of Keyshawn George offensively. Einstein says, man, we can't mess this up. I hear you, dude. Bub and Bilal deserve more Tank minutes. I don't know. I think Bilal got the Tank minutes, obviously. But Bub tonight had 12 points in 22 minutes, 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from the 3. With Bub, is like, this is the thing with Bub. He can get hot from the 3 at any minute. We can be up by 2 points. Bub comes in with 2 transition pull-up threes. We're up by 7 now. Like, that's the thing with Bub. That's what we've been seeing this entire year. You know, it's a risk. If you want to tank, I think it's a risk with Bub. With Bilal, I am more than happy to see him get these minutes. I want to see him continue to develop his game. You know, Bilal finished with 11 points, 4-12 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3, and the only 3 he made was a chuck shot off the bank. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. I'm going to call it quits. Lockdown Law says, play D'Angelo Russell. Sure way to lose. We'll see. I'm looking forward until they... I'm looking forward to the introductory press conference. The trade was just made official about 2 hours ago regarding Anthony Davis. So we'll see when the introductory press conference is going to be. I like to think, if I'm a betting man, it'd be before the end of this week. Actually, no, I can see it being Monday. I don't know. We'll see where Anthony Davis is at. Ricardo says, I don't hate the Vooch. The Vooch can get hot in any... The Vooch is either he's going to be ruining the tank, or he's going to be thoroughly helping the tank. It's either or with the Vooch. It's tonight he was ruining the tank because he played really solid tonight. Yeah, I agree with you too. He's also thinking when he attacks. But Bilal, his main thing is just like, you saw how many times did they steal the ball from him today? I counted at least twice. Needs to continue to tighten up that ball handling, man. I think Ron Holland picked him one. And I think it was Asar Thompson damn near picked him off twice. You know? They pick him up full court. He's cooked. But we'll see. I just want Bub to... I hope the Hornets get the 8th seed and knock out the Pistons in the first round. F them sorry bastards. No, I hear you, dude. Lockdown Law, I can tell he is trolling. This man is the master troll. Will Riley reminds me of Kevin Durant when he first came into the league. Will Riley is 6'10" Ginobili. I like that you said he's 6'10", because I've been standing firm on that. He is 6'10". Dallas says, if we sim the rest of the season, we will finish 11th in the East. Got to go game by game and enjoy the highlights. True. I agree. Well, tonight was just like, I don't know. It was... I just hate being in this position, man. I think that's what I hate wanting my team to lose, but yet at the same time wanting to see development from the young Bucks. Like, it hurt me seeing Will Riley making clutch buckets, threes. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is Will Riley. Oh my, this is us in the future. But then I'm just like, oh fuck, but he is fucking up the future at the same time. You know, I just hate being in this position, man. Sharif had 5 turnovers and still was +3. No, he was a -3, dude. Oh, no, you said you read it wrong. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Bilal needs to seriously work on his 3-point shot this offseason so he can be on one shot. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits, dude. 40 minutes. What the hell? The first 20 minutes were about the Pistons. But, you know what? It is what it is. We're still going to end up with a top 5 worst record. Not worried about that. Top 5 worst record. Top 5, here we come. Jack Fleming says, Ted needs to start playing these guys to throw games. We did, Jack. We did. You got to be mad at the Pistons, not the Wizards. Jack, our starters did not play the entire, pretty much second half, and we still beat them. Anyways, it is what it is. I got to get over it. But, like I said, we are 14-36, and we have a top 5 worst record still after this dub. We are 4-6 in the past 10 games, but we still got some. We are still 1 game ahead of the Jazz, and then after the Jazz, it's the Mavericks, Grizzlies, and Bucks. So we're still relatively safe. We're still safe. I'm going to take out that word relatively. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to call it quits, dude. JC is also that stopper as well. Yeah. Live Life Love says, Anthony Davis wearing number 23 with us. Yeah, I got to go. I feel like I'm losing out some updates. Anyways, if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Take care, everybody. My bad that I said that the Pistons are sorry. Hey, to that Pistons fans who told me to shut the fuck up in the chat, I hear you, but I'm sorry. Champagnie laid the hammer on your sorry ass. I'm saying. No, it is what it is. Yeah, Live 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 says, yeah, that's also a great point. Yeah, we do have a pretty strong second half of the schedule. Like, we're gonna play solid, like really solid teams. Granted, we did play the number 1 seed in the East, and we still beat them. But that's another great point right there. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits, y'all. Peace, y'all.